Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I hope everyone is having a great day today. In today's video, what I'm going to be sharing with you is, it's not an unboxing because I already unboxed this, but it is the 40 palette from Wet n Wild. This one I picked up on their website for $19.99 plus shipping. I don't know if it's still $19.99, but I'm just going to leave a link in the description box below so you guys can pick it up. I'm sure it's still available. It was still available as of yesterday. But I'm just going to open this up. I'm going to show you that it was taped on the ends. I had a hard time getting it open. I also want to show you how it came wrapped. Watch this. They put it in the box. I mean, the box was gigantic, and they put it in with all of this plastic. So now I have to figure out how to recycle all of this. I mean, they really wrapped it up well so it wouldn't break, and none of the shadows were broken when I opened it up, which I thought was great. So I'm just going to put this back there. Yeah, oh, I'm blocking my little fault thing back there. Oh well. So I did swatch some of these yesterday on my arm. I will say that we're going to go through the swatches. I'm going to swatch all of them. I have wipes ready. I have a cloth ready to go to get these off, and I'll show you how the palette looks. When you open it up, it comes like this. I like the color though. I really do like that. This is for their 40th anniversary. Wet n Wild had started in Brooklyn, New York, which is where I am from. And I believe, if I'm not mistaken, they did nail polish initially, lipstick, and I believe eyeliner, but don't quote me on that one. I'm pretty sure about the lipstick and the eyeliner. I'm not sure about the nail polish though. But yeah, so I was in high school when it first came out, and you know, when it first came out, we didn't get paid much. I think minimum wage back then was like $2 and change an hour. So you can imagine, you know, paying $1 for something when you were only making $2 an hour is really not, it's a lot. But it came like this, and there was cardboard surrounding it, and then you open it up, and then I have it upside down. Of course. And you open it up, and the palette is like this. Now the only thing is that this palette does not come with any kind of a mirror. So, and then there's a plastic on the top, and you can see the 40 shades. So I know there was controversy over this palette, that a certain YouTuber thought it was basically they were copying his palette, which was really a Morphe palette, was basically recycled. You know, it was their eyeshadows. Well, honestly, I mean, I had 88 palettes from Coastal Scents years ago. I haven't owned a Coastal Scents palette in over 7 years. So if anybody copied from anybody, yeah, it would be Coastal Scents would be the ones on board with a lawsuit. But this is what the palette looks like. So yeah, they're quite nice. Yeah, there's no missing shade. That is actually a black shade right there. I want to say I did the swatch, and you can see I had done some swatching. Some of the shadows, you know, look a little loose. I like the formula on most of them. The formula on some of them are not that great. So what I'm going to do is, when I swatch, I'm going to start on here. I'm going to start from this side and over. This one surprised me right here. It looks funky. You can probably see it. You see that? I think this is the only duochrome in the entire palette. I'm not sure. I couldn't tell because I was doing it. It was late when I first watched them. I couldn't see. My eyesight is really bad. You know, when you get older, your eyesight starts to go. I think that's the first thing to go. I need a big magnifying glass to see stuff. So I'm going to just start the swatches. I'll do it this way. I'll show it better this way. From this side over. And this is a typical cardboard palette. So I don't want to drop it. So I'm going to just go do it 4 at a time. So here we go. I'm going to do the swatches, and you guys can see some of the formulas in the shimmers are not that great. You can see there's 4 of the shades. I want to swatch this one, get a little bit more. They're a little chunky, which, I mean, it is almost identical to their other shadow formulas, but you can see what they look like. These are shimmers. We're going to start right here. That's a really nice matte white. See, that skipped. You see that one? See, it swatches better on the hand than how it looks on your finger. That one. And then I'm going to see this last one right here. See, this orange is a little patchy, but it looks better on my finger than on my arm. I have not used these on my eyes yet. I will be doing get ready with me videos with this. I mean, since there's 40 shades, I can do quite a few get ready with me videos with this. And the next 4, I'm going to swatch. That's a nice orange. And I'll show you on my fingers again. You can see those. Yes, that is a different orange from the other one. You'll see that right below, how different that is. Oops, I almost made a mistake. And that's the first row. So you can see them all. 1, 2, 3, 4, yeah, 8. On to row number 2. So let me do the first 4. They're really pretty. I mean, some of these are really neutral. I really like, you know, some to do a neutral look. And these are the next 4. You can see those. And I'm just going to give it a swatchy swatch. You can see those. I mean, these are really light shades. I really like this shade. That's the second shade from the left in the second row. The next shades are really deep. This is like a super, like a, I don't want to say brick red, maybe. You can see those. I like this one. Yeah. So I'm going to give it a swatch. You can see all those. This one is really light. It's a super, it's close to my skin tone. Yeah. But I'll let you guys take another look. And on to the next swatches. It's on to row number 3. And I'm just going to pick up some of these guys. And you can see that, what they look like. These look close, but they're not. One is like a yellowish and one is brownish. I'll swatch. That last one. Oops, wrong one. There. Yeah, there. It's, the shade is, I can't describe the shade, but you can see it. I mean, there's a combination in here. There's mattes, there's satins, and there's shimmers. There's no real, like, heavy-duty glitter in here. This is the row where that black is. You can see that black. That is really pigmented. These are all marked as shadows and not pigments, but they're picking up like pigments. You can see that black. That's row number 3. On to row number 4. This is where that deep, what that duochrome is, and that super yellow one is at this end. Okay, you want to see that? That's that bright yellow there. Look at this. Whew, that's really pigmented. Yeah, this one. This one right here is the duochrome. You can probably see that. That's from, this is the duochrome right here. I don't know if you can see, that. It's translating in pink and it has like a little bit of purplish in the background. Yeah, so this is row number 4. for the fifth and final row. And I have to say, I don't know, this first one in the final row, I'm not sure if that could be a duochrome as well. I can't really tell. Of course, I'm blind as a bat, so yeah. Okay. Boy, I'm moving lower and lower as I go along. I see that this one's a little patchy. This blue right here, which is this blue right here. It's this one. It's a little patchy. It shouldn't. I mean, it looks so nice deep in the pan, but it's really patchy. Okay, so these are the final four. This purple on this finger is super, super chunky. I'm going to put it on here. You can see that. You see that? How chunky that is? I didn't rub it that hard, and it's really chunky. I think that's the chunkiest one in the entire palette. Let me see. And it all came off of my finger. And it's all on here. And I'll show you the actual shade in the pan. Well, first let me leave all these up so you guys can see all 8. I wanted to show you that really chunky shade right there. That's this one. You can probably see, I don't know, you can see all the chunkiness on there coming up. That is the chunkiest, and the one right above it is the one that I said was a duochrome. What I wanted to talk about here is the arrangement of the palette. You know, I can see how they arrange the palette. The palette does have a logic to it. And what I mean by a logic to it, if you look at the palette and if you take a look at it, if you look at these shades up here, these 6 up here are like their own palette. You see that? These 6. Okay? The next 6 over are their own palette. These next 6 here are their own palette. And these 6 here are their own palette. This entire row, really right here, it looks like, you know, those are, excuse me, those shades are like, I can't explain it. I know you guys don't know what I'm talking about. Like these 6 are their own palette, and these 6 are their own palette. And like this could be a quad, and that could be the 6, whereas a neutral palette. But they were not copying anybody's shades. These are shades that have been around forever. I mean, if you grew up in the 80s, or you were around in the 80s, or you worked in the 80s, these 2 shades are were very common back in the 80s. So these are like the original shades when they first came out with eyeshadows. A rainbow palette is a rainbow palette is a rainbow palette. However, I like the formula normally of the Wet n Wild shadows. I really do enjoy them. I really do have to use these first. I mean, I just did swatches. I have not used them yet, like I said before. You can see how bold, how bright they are. This yellow is really super bright. The only thing is that my fingers are now stained. Wet n Wild 40th anniversary. They started in 1979, and I was in high school back then. So yeah, I'm old. No, not really. I'm 54, so do the math. I was 14 when this first came out. And it was funny because, you know, when they first came out, it was like, what a name for a makeup company. It just sounded strange. And I think this is similar to their original logo when they first came out. I'm not sure though. I don't know, but I have to go back and look it up and see if I can find their original logo. So let me know what you think of my swatches, my swatchies. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and let me know what you think in the comments below. And take care, guys. I'll see you all in the next video. Okay, guys. Bye.